Ooh, is this actually gonna be long enough? I think so. The center line is like... Oh, we should make it. I mean, to be honest, for a lot of my engineering friends, it's a lot less, do this stuff for me, and more like, I know you have specialized equipment in there that I can use for the purposes of testing and manufacturing. Let me in. Promise I won't kill myself. Probably. Maybe. Hey, for some of the equipment that I know I want to borrow, I've actually used in the past. It's just been it's been a hot minute. So, how much of an expert I would be in using this equipment? Questionable. Arguably not an expert, but probably wouldn't injure. Well, maybe injure. Wouldn't kill myself in the process. I was gonna say I wouldn't injure myself in the process, but literally today, I just had to like heat up a needle to lance an infected paper cut I got from handling from literally grabbing a piece of sandpaper. I wasn't even sanding it. I was just organizing all my sandpaper, and I cut myself on it, and then it got affected. Because I had to do something, and I was like, "Oh, I don't have time to do to like uninfect this. It'll be fine. I never get. Oh, should everything be? Yeah, everything wasn't fine. So I've been making a lot of interesting decisions. We'll just leave it at that. Anyways, God, I keep on forgetting. You can technically see what's on my screen. You should not do that. What's on my screen is taboo, forbidden. It's nothing naughty. It's just that sometimes I have an obsessive urge to poke things on my computer, and then when I should not be doing it while streaming. I stream to get myself to actually focus on crafting so I won't poke my computer. But sometimes you have to poke your computer because you have to bring up your reference image, and your reference image is on your computer. So, oh, what you gonna do, right? Oh. Speaking of reference images, let me bring up one right now. Was that the right tone intonation to use for that? I don't know. Oh, wow! Now you can only see my beautiful face. Is that really was that what's wanted? Okay, let's. So that's the glove. So as you can see, let me shrink this down just a little bit more. So that's what we're working on. You can see that this glove has this very intricate gold design on it, and okay. So realistically, I would just cut that out of fabric, put that around some type of stretchy inside like filly thing to give it that three-dimensionality, sew it onto the fine gloves that I already sewn here. They have blue backing too. You know. Oh, and they also have zips on the side so you can pull your hand out in and out when you want to, so that you can wear gloves and not be one of those doofuses who has to use your phone with your nose. I'm one of those doofuses, by the way. So, if the zip works, that is. I should probably actually reinforce the sewing for the zip because I did that, put that in by hand to try and make sure that it's a little bit lose the purpose of, you know, I want the glove to be shiny because it's shiny in the image. So if I rough it up so the paint will stick, then it loses its shiny and then it loses its purpose. So, instead I was like, okay, so I tested this obviously on scraps of the glove, not the actual glove, because, even I'm not that stupid. Most of the time. Ask me that question again, like, before, Con Crunch, and, you might get different responses. You might, like, if you ask me that before a major con, you might get different responses, like, yes, this is a dumb idea, but I am dumb enough. So, anyways. With that all being said and done, so I've explained this. I explained my purpose, my agenda for the day. I've caught my headphones on something stupid, and I nearly kablooped itself. And after this, I'll be carving it out of 2mm foam, and then carve it out of 2mm foam. I will injure myself again by grabbing sandpaper and sanding the edges down to make them nice and smooth and round, cause I despise a square edge. Like, if my 3D print has a square edge, if my foam has a 3D has a square edge, it hurts me. So, anyways. Also, because this is a glove, I'll probably be cutting 2 different positives of it. One for the right. That's not my right. That one for the left, one for the right. And, yeah. That's the plan. Let's go. No square edges here? Yeah. Yes. No one's square. Don't be a square. Be a ellipses. I'm trying to remember, like, the entire thing about, like, how you shouldn't be square because squares are boring and they don't do cool things. And, you know, obviously, we're the height of cool here at Dumbass Academy. Anyways, okay. Interesting. Okay, so that's actually... Yes, that is my, thinking sound. You can be horrified at your own pace. I actually think... So my arm fits best like this as a diagonal, but I think I might just do this square and planar like this. Because the designs are going to... Well, actually, like, so the glove I made goes all the way up to here. But I believe that Bayo's gloves actually only go up to, like, the design only goes up to her elbow. So I think I should be in the clear for not having to, like, have the entire paper cover my forearm. So, let's go! Let's restart this entire process. I'm at the height of efficiency here. I hope you appreciate the Nier Automata music in the background. It is a good game, with good music. Also being released on the Switch, where she has a 2B has a kimono version, which I may or may not cosplay, because they may or may not part, because I haven't seen adequate screenshots, and while the black, on the little, on the little Switch previews that they showed of it, it seemed nice, kind, and simple. But I can just smell it. I can just smell that it's gonna be way more fucking difficult than it actually looks on the Switch preview. Cause, like, they had the since it's a Switch, right? It has to preload in textures as you get the camera closer to